All right, hello and welcome. We are super back to terraform our solo challenge. As always, we want to terraform the whole planet. We want to get 63 TR, get 3 of it right there. And we want to get, what do we want to get? 100 points or more. Let's just do these clicks and see what we have offered. Lunar exports, we do like that. A floater synergy to go with Celestic. More immediate income and something to do if you had a lot of extra steel. This is a pretty solid start, even if you had extra plants, which we could do with something like a supply drop. There's a lot to love here. I mean, Ceres as a colony is okay, Callisto's okay. I don't think that Miranda has a reason to exist. But I don't normally get to play something like Celestic, a floater card that adds floaters and does that kind of stuff, or pick a Titan. So let's see if we can get a floater game in. We could do a supply drop. The research outpost is nice. I mean, a titanium income really comes big throughout the game. Is there a reason why we want to have a wild tag? Not really. The science tag is all we need from it. So yeah, you. I mean, you could industrial center even. Maybe I'm just grabbing too many cards, but these all look pretty viable. Unfortunately, we can't pick up 3 cards from our industrial center placement, but there's something here, I think. The only thing I'm kind of going back and forth on is whether any of these have a better initial payout, and they really, they don't. It's fine. We are going to get more cards offered to us that are floater based because we're playing Celestic. So Titan floating launchpad for trading, that's fine. And hydrogen to Venus for later, sure. Seems reasonable. To start, we can get 5 income. That seems alright. Then we can get some more income. What is the point of Celestic? It only gets points if you collect on the card. So instead of getting potatoes or acquired company, I'm going, and I can't industrial center in a place that makes sense. I'm gonna do forced precipitation and tap it. It's a little bit weak, but trust the process, just trust the process. As always, we're gonna have heat go up. No, we're gonna put an ocean down here, and that way we can build beside it a research outpost. There we go. That uses the steel. Love that. Terraforming contract. I do love getting some money, but 25 TR is pretty far away. Fuel factories. If I had the energy, I would kind of want to use it to trade, right? Well, no, I do have a card to trade. I just don't have this now. It is a really efficient card. Oh, I actually meant to add it, and I didn't get to. Oopsie. Okay, so research outpost goes all the way where? Am I doing things with steel? Not really. I'm not really using titanium either. I could put it in a bed of plants. Sure. And then potatoes. And then acquired company. I mean, that works out really well, doesn't it? Forced precipitation gets loaded up, and now we get to bump it off like a couple generations in a row. Lots to love here. The $8 of straight money income really looking good for us. I don't mind some card draw, even if it comes at a little bit of an income penalty. These are decent cards, but I'm gonna live and let go, live and let die on those ones. Just gonna continue here. Forced precipitation. Again, we'll be able to trade soon. I could trade now for steel, but I don't even mind just getting our steel income a little higher. We typically tend to trade earlier than we need to, right? Yeah, so let's just get a little peek-see at the cards here. Plantation, 2 science tags. I mean, we have it. It could be a plant tag that we need for something. It certainly is possible. We could trade for $9. I'd rather hold the cash for potentially buying a colony next gen and then a trading card to get onto it. Hard to say. I don't know. I think this is too expensive. I think I don't need aquifer pumping. I don't have a ton of steel income. It is coming up, but slowly. Heather at -14 is interesting, but I don't really have the heat going. And extractor balloons is a more efficient way of pushing up Venus. But I got like a Gen 1 Venus thing with forced precipitation, so I think I'm actually good. I think I'm good. You know, I don't need that. At least I don't think I do. Let's look at a card. I never take you. This is a really good time to do it, though. A little bit of plant income. We go pretty hard right now. You're gonna have to load yourself up because I'm still not trading. Getting a little bit more steel income also feels very efficient right now. It's early days. We're likely going to use the steel. We do have a big field cap city if we need to force it into play. I'm thinking about getting an ocean or a greenery in here. So it might be worth giving up 1 ocean adjacency to the government. And look at this Corona extractor, all the energy I need. Using titanium that I have. Hard Raiders breaks even, we should just take it. Yeah, let's keep this going. Let's do our card draw. I don't think Media Archives is gonna make sense. We have some events, but it's only we have money back on events. Do we not have the 3rd science tag? Oh, we don't. Interesting. Okay, bear with me. Plantation for 2 plants, and then use those plants for a greenery and some money. Arctic algae, good. But a science tag allows me to get my Corona extractor. So I'm going to do that one first. IO mining, I do have a Jovian from my Prelude, but I don't think I can afford it. Like, it's not going to be played at any meaningful time, which means by the time I play it, it will be too late to get value. I need a heat bump from a card so the government can keep helping. I'm going to breakpoint for Venus, a breakpoint for heat. I don't want to play oceans before Arctic algae. And so when I pass here, I basically have to take oxygen, which works out. We usually do ask for oxygen in the late game, but it's because we like getting these metrics up a little bit faster. You can take this bad boy. Everything else can sit. We have enough energy to trade. Ooh, this one, I love this 3-card draw. It's so expensive, though. Let's allow our card draw to speak for itself rather than forcing other cards here. And then here's one more card draw, this time from the Venus track. Interesting. I'd love to trade with Ceres. Before trading with Ceres, I feel obligated to buy a colony. Our first one goes here. We get some steel income. Then we're going to trade using energy. We might use our floater later, but for now. 18 energy is pretty sick. What do I need? Like, this goes hard, but the problem is I don't have a good spot to put it, because cities are good, but you need adjacencies to really get the value out of them, right? I want to put a city in here, for instance, but not before that ocean is played. The commercial district would use up some energy. This is already on the break point. Let's put that there. I feel weird about getting one less income on the medical lab, so I'm gonna hold all of this steel, even though it feels a little bit crazy. We're gonna take a moment to once again get oxygen. 2 Venus bumps and some heat is nice. A space elevator is pretty nice as well. And a red spot is also good card draw. I mean, at this point, I feel bad not for leaning into the Jovians. But I kind of need the TR. And I also need Arctic algae. And I also need a whole bunch of other things, right? So it's just a bit on the tricky side. This probably makes it so I don't have to worry about Venus. Let's trade this time. I mean, 4 floaters is really nice. 13 energy turns into heat, and all of a sudden we have all of our heat needs for next gen. What do I do? I get 2 steel from here. But do I do the space elevator? Do I do the spin-inducing asteroid? I mean, I don't have much time before I need to do it. The Arctic algae is also yelling for attention. Screaming. I think I play this before I screw something up. And then I play this bad lad, but I keep a steel in reserve for the sale. Then I have to spend $2. I gotta load this up. And then what is next? Now I have better income on the building tags. This would be 3. But first we take Arctic algae so that we can get some government ocean. And honestly, buying a steel income works out pretty well here. There's still enough generations for it to pay off. And because I have the ability to sell some steel every generation, it, you know, it's less likely to go wasted. I think I have 2 Jovians. No, I don't, because I've been skipping them every time. The only one I could do is this, but I actually have energy for this now. Still, that's a lot of heat, and heat's a problem. The other thing we have is plant tags, right? So this requires 6%, and we're going to be at 5% very shortly. So that works out. We don't have enough oceans. I mean, I talked about that. It still is true. Let's have a look here. 2 floaters. That works out really well, actually. We like that. Thermophiles. I don't... Like, I have a microbe synergy. I just don't know if I need this one. I took it. I don't think I need to trade for the floater location because I got that event. So instead I can afford to trade for steel. 6 steel for 3 energy is still nice. I don't know why I'm forcing force precipitation, but we're gonna do it. We are so close to thermophiles. If I buy a standard project aquifer here, I'm allowed to field cap city beside it. And now this is playable. If I had more money, I could even lichen first. But would you rather have 3 income, what, 4 times? 9, 10, 11, 12? 3 times 4 is 12? Or would you have 4 income 3 times? It's the same, you know? You just take it. Just take it. I mean, obviously it could have been another plant type coming next gen even, but getting up to 5 plant income feels pretty good. The government can keep helping us. Oceans. There's an ocean. There's some heat bumps. AI Central for our trouble as well. We likey Lou. We keep the Venus coming. We have a look. Water splitting. I'm going to keep avoiding those because our plant income is pretty decent. And GHG factor, I feel like it's too little too late. You know, the same reason I skipped Soleta. It's just not going to do it for us. Let's big asteroid. That gets us all the way to the next heat income stage. Let's trade this time for 5 steel. Be nice. It only goes up by 1 and then it goes up by more, so I don't think I'm gonna need to do 2 other trades first. I might go visit the floater colony soon, but getting AI Central this turn feels really strong. Feels like an opportunity to keep hauling in cards. Like triple Venus bump, little discount here. Could convoy from Europa real quick. Get a bunch of cards. I actually need another ocean, and Giant Ice Asteroid would do it. Because I want to play both of these, and then the government, or one from the track, will be the last one. The problem is, even with an $8 discount, we're not quite there, but it's so good to do. I wonder if it's worth selling some cards. How close is it? 35 with a $8 discount is 27. I have to sell 5 things. Ugh, that's too many. It's too many. If this gave me a second fleet, I would have played it so long ago. I don't know why. It's not even that good, but like I probably would have invested in 3 colonies and been trading with 2 of them every gen. With these 5 Venus bumps in hand, I really don't need thermophiles. It would have been nice if we got the money microbe synergy. We didn't. We have a discount on some stuff. Maybe we don't even need indentured workers. I am tempted to just play it for the sake of getting the double TR bump. We're more likely to hit our TR goals that way. And then, where are we in terms of building tags? 4 income a couple of times. That works out. I could sell a card for lichen. And if I'm going to give up on the idea of thermophiles, so be it. We get lichen this turn. We need a lot of help on the heat track. The oceans are pretty much done. The oxygen is moving quickly. Media group would have been so nice earlier, but we'll still take it. How do we feel about the Great Dam? There's going to be some great places for the Great Dam, but it would be better just to put a city there. I also don't know how I feel about energy in general, which maybe is a reason to grab the Great Dam. So, here we need to get the media group and a giant ice asteroid. Boom. Now I would love to have like a city that I could put over there to get some good deposits going. Because we don't have a city card, maybe we just, you know, we can't build a city adjacent to this thing anyway. Could build a city in this pocket though. Honestly though, maybe we just plan on getting a city here, which means none of this really matters. We just play in this area to get the money back, and we'll worry about sorting the points later. An animal card isn't that bad. Being able to trade with floaters is maybe worthwhile at this point. Oh, and there's Noctis City after all. How do I feel about that? I don't know. I would have played the turn differently. Topsoil contract. Yeah, I'm wondering about the trade for floaters versus the trade for steel. I mean, $5 worth. And, like, do you build the Titanflight and launch pads now? Because then we can play Impactor Swarm and get those heat bumps crawling in. We really do need them. Honestly, let's just do it. Just do it. Then we keep force precipitation as loaded as possible. We could go and pick stuff up for it, but it's probably still best just to go get the steel for a floater. And then Noctis City, I'm looking at you very, very closely. There's a couple of really good spots. And I have enough energy to do this. Again, we're getting money back from rovers as well as the adjacencies to water. So, like, that's working out for us. We have money back on events, so we can get away with, you know, all these events here. We can kill 2 animals from nobody. Topsoil contract doesn't actually get us to a break point. Livestock a turn earlier is a point more. We do lose a plant income, but we're already at a break point of 8, so it feels alright to get an animal in play. We do need to get to 100 points. The cities and greeneries are going to help, but we only have 9 points on cards. So yeah, so we need to be efficient here. Standard project, advanced alloys, both of those work. Symbiotic fungus, again, if I had a microbe card worth doing, imported nutrients, topsoil contract, I mean, all worked out. In fact, I feel really bad about selling my microbe card now because these big space terraforming events are still expensive. 25 and 26 here. I mean, it takes a hot second. But we're going. Just keep drawing cards here. Advanced alloys make series incredible, of course. A microbe card that we can't use, by the way. Would have loved to have had that at the start of the game. We shouldn't need help on oxygen. We might, but we shouldn't. We will not need help on oceans. We can keep the force precipitation going. We don't get a bump from it next gen, though. And that's okay, because we have 5 bumps coming from other sources. But yeah, Mars University. Do I have anything that uses steel? I don't. Nothing that I care for, so I'm not going to worry about having the advanced alloys right away. It's fine. Then advanced alloys. And really, it's the card cycle, card draw that I'm looking for here. Actually, I don't need orbital reflectors because Hydrogen to Venus will give me the floaters I need. And then I can use a floater to trade next gen. Let's just play this now. And I mean, look, standard technology while we're here. So I don't need you anymore. Heat trapping might come into play. Like 7 energy is like a heat bump, so I guess that's worth doing, especially if I get my oh no, it's actually an even 16, so local heat trapping is nothing. It's kind of annoying because I'd rather take the 2 points and the money back from the event, so I Again, we'll see. We'll see. Probably for now, it's best to do a couple of heat bumps just to get us up to the ocean. Would you rather have $8 or give up $4 for an extra card? We should trust in all this card draw, even though it's not doing a tremendous amount for us just yet. There's 3 more bumps. And then we take $17 into the bonus round, I guess. We'll see if we need steel. If we don't need any steel, then we can trade for floaters, and the floaters are worth a couple of goodies. I don't know if I want a heat bump here on oxygen. Oxygen really levels us out, I guess. Skydocks for a second fleet. And 2 points. Minority refuge is good. Actually good. You might not think it is, but I promise it's gonna work out. Look at a card. I don't think I need another 1-point animal. I can hardly load the ones I do have. Martian Zoo does have a point on it, and it's a building tag, so I think that's worthwhile. Celestic can put onto Titan Floating, so we can get the 2 traits this gen. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot to love here. Skydocks, well, you save a money, get a money situation with this Martian Zoo, right? You play the zoo, you would have had a discount, but instead now you have an extra animal. Then we build a minority refuge. Celestic gets a point worth of stuff. We trade with Celestic's little colony here. Again, Celestic getting up to 8. It's 1 away from another point, but I don't think I can do anything about that. The last Venus is nice. A heat bump here is nice. Yeah, I guess the cards did end up being a little underwhelming. We got some good distractions, but not much beyond that. We can get the 2 oxygen very easy. 1 greenery, right? And then we can bust out a bunch of other stuff. So I think we can afford to do a gene repair for a card cycle. Looking for something interesting. What do we throw away? A lunar beam here? Meh. We did not hit. So let's continue going for as many points as we can. Livestock is nice. We should trade for the steel. The steel is enhanced, so I mean, we're just gonna get this outright. Even if it wasn't enhanced, we were in good hands. Actually, I have topsoil contract here. And then 4 more plants there. I think I still need to buy a greenery, regardless. It means I might get an extra greenery in the bonus phase. Alright, so now, do we have any actions that matter? Martian Zoo after I play imported. I mean, we should probably win the game before I worry about the bonus greenery. Right, so heat bump, greenery. And again, I have an extra greenery, so that doesn't do anything, actually, getting 1 more set of 4 plants. So I'm glad I waited. Now we just get 1 point worth of Jovian. And we actually ended up with how many Jovians? I mean, we ended up playing 4, just accidentally, kind of as the game went on. We did the second one on purpose, but the 3rd and 4th just came to us. So it would have been nice to have a multiplier of some kind for it, but I can tell you right now, we have a decent little number of points. We have a decent number of greeneries. We got a decent amount of TR. This is looking hopeful. Looking hopeful. 12, 13, 23. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So that's a full Terraform, 63 TR, and over 100 points. In fact, we beat it by 13, so 13% higher than needed, and another extra 1 TR. So not 6% higher, not any like 2% higher, like nothing. But yeah, this is a pretty satisfying game. Again, we leaned into a little bit of a floater strategy. It ended up just being like not even a card draw. It ended up being like a business network inventors guild build with some light trading. You know, we used every mechanic just a little bit. But it would have really gone to the moon if we got a productive microbe tag. You know, I think Arctic Algae did really big work for us. Maybe if we got Mars University before playing like half of our science, right? 5 science, and then we played this at the end, was a little disappointing. Advanced Alloys, again, came at the end after we had played 30, 40 metal up until that point. Probably more, because we were going to series. So phenomenal performance, but just so many opportunities for the sequencing to be a bit better, and this run really to have gone to the moon. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.